Ciao guys, Vudia. As you might know from my Twitter account, and probably you don't because nobody follows that, so it's time to do it, I will attend E3 2018 this year for the first time in my life. I'm pretty pumped of that, and I also had the opportunity and the luck to win the ticket for the Xbox presentation, so we're gonna follow all the Microsoft stuff too before the E3, and I'm gonna be at the E3 too. That was lucky and unlucky because I had a double ticket now, and you can't even give it back, whatever. Because this is a VR tech channel, I wanna talk about what we're gonna see and what are the predictions and what we're gonna see for sure at this conference this year at E3 2018. So let's get to it. Talking about Microsoft, I will attend the Xbox conference with the Fan Fest for some early news and gameplay. There are no leaks out for any VR headset, and Phil Spencer was pretty strict last year, saying that they will wait for VR until wireless and ready for consumer. So probably, even if I don't agree, VR could not be the case at all, but we have to remember that Microsoft will have its own theater this year for the biggest E3 yet for them. They own the Windows Mixed Reality platform, and we didn't see a near match from them beside very insider things. They're putting a lot of effort also in the new avatar system that is completely built on Unity, and that sounds like a name to me. Also, they recently acquired Allspace, one of the most famous social VR experiences. Will these two merge? Will these see both get into Xbox? Or talking about some easier stuff, will we see Minecraft, the most cross-platform game out there, being announced for the Oculus Go 2? At the end, Facebook will be there too, of course, hopefully stronger than how it was at PAX and carrying the Go, so that could be a possibility. Microsoft has a lot of potential to give a big hit to VR, and Xbox headset is on the work from the beginning of the Windows MR platform. We just don't know if it's going to hit now or with the next generation that feels pretty far away from happening. And talking about competition, Sony will for sure show up the best they have for VR at E3. Right now, still one of the few companies investing strong in this new ecosystem, so we can expect a lot of gameplays and booths like we saw at PAX East. Talking about VR technology, we are gonna see for sure Capto gloves with their last update to their gloves called Tatto, that by the way in Italian means touch. A new technology that will add haptic feedback to their gloves, able to replicate touch feeling within our nervous system thanks to changes in temperature. That is one of the things that interest me the most, but still this glove lacks of any included tracking, and the Vive trackers still don't feel like the best option for those. Let's see what they are going to unveil, and I can't wait to try them out on my own hands. Display Link is going to have their Section 2 in the pavilion. We didn't hear much from them and their VR wireless solution with Intel lately, so probably we'll be able to see finally something there. I'm waiting for some answer from them still on Twitter, so I'm gonna let you know as soon as possible. Toby, the eye tracking leader, is going to be present too in the same pavilion, but they already confirmed that will not have any VR demos, unfortunately. They're going to focus on their pancake technology, but he will try to talk with them a little about it anyway. Anzu.io will be there, and they have a very interesting technology to allow physical advertising in VR games, where dev will be able to put the ads in the environment like it will be in real life, in a very not invasive way. Let's think about Space Pirate Trainer, where we have the rotating area on the top of the game, where we see ads for different Steam VR games. This is an example of a space that instead can be used by them with them software to put real advertising without having to change the game code for the developers every time in their game. And talking back about games, we have some big software out that will show for sure something, and some that hopefully are going to do that. Ubisoft VR will be there with Space Junkies and hopefully something more. I had the chance to try Space Junkies out at PAX and I can't wait to put my hands on it again. It's a super fun zero gravity shooter, and also the beta will be out pretty soon, probably in the same days as E3. That would be a great way to feature the game with a bigger community for sure. Insomniac just teased his new VR game with a tease trailer not long ago. They said they will be able to move and explore freely, and that sounds like an open world game to me. They have a lot of experience in different games type and already seen them in VR with Edge of Nowhere, Unspoken, for very different experiences. It seems like in these they will put all together in a Sunset Overdrive style game. I can't really wait to know more about it, and let's hope they will bring it to E3. Talking about Bethesda, I'm pretty sure the new Fallout 76 will not be VR, but it will arrive very strong at E3. And looking at their moods, we'll probably see something more from the old IPs. They have a lot of games that will translate perfectly in VR, talking about Dishonored, even if it's actually from Arcane Studios, and published by Bethesda, where the first episode will have the perfect reboot and push in the VR translation. Rage 2 is going to be presented and will be a great opportunity to launch the old game Rage 1 in VR. Wolfenstein feels like the Bethesda IP missing in a VR puzzle, and Prey and Doom, not VFR, will look just stunning, and seeing Doom running on the iPhone and the Switch, they don't feel like too hard to create anyway. Bethesda at the end seems the only big publisher trying to move to VR, and even if we saw just old games for now, Serious Sam, not from Bethesda, and Skyrim told us that a VR pancake game is possible and can be a total hit in VR with the right optimization. Also, Rebellion, the studio behind Battlezone and Zombie Army Trilogy, is going to present their VR platform game, Arca's Path VR, with effortless immersion. By the way, they have a trailer on their website if you wanna check it out, and it will be playable there. Nice to see even other big teams keeping their move in VR. And after all the No Man's Sky transformation and the arrival of the Xbox version, it will be probably time for a good intergalactic multiplayer in VR. Nothing is sure, of course, and it seems like a little forced to think about it, but crafting and exploring really works in VR, and with the addition of the multiplayer in Next, the VR step doesn't look so far off for Sean Murray, for sure. Talking also about the PC gaming conference they will attend too, they said that they are going to talk about VR, and that last year they talked about VR esport like Eco Arena, so why don't introduce Eco Combat this year, that just popped up in their Discord server. A super close beta is up, so maybe we will finally see some gameplay there, and for sure we're gonna be able to see much more about other VR games. And that was all, so if you have any other hint about what you're gonna see at E3, please let me know, because I'm gonna be there in a week, so if you know some company are gonna be there or see something else, I will try to do another video probably about it, and then all the other video of the coverage later. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. And if you liked the video, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike. Let me know in the comment below if you have anything else and what you think about all the things that we talked about, and subscribe to the channel again for more about VR and tech in general. See you guys in the next video. Ciao!